Good afternoon, everybody. It is 11:35 here right now, and we're cloudy today. After all that hot heat, we're cloudy. We're only supposed to get up to 88 today, supposedly, so we'll see. But my garden, some of it loved the sunshine, and some of it did not. My garlic looks like it's ready to pick. Some of them aren't very big, but they are done. And my huge sunflower actually is taller than me now by quite a bit. This is my biggest sunflower. And it's about maybe a foot taller than me now. My leeks have gone to seed. I got strawberries coming on there. That pepper plant is actually growing now. And yes, I left the dandelions on purpose. Gonna eat those. This sunflower right here is having a rust looking issue on the leaves. It's the only one that is. Don't know what that's about. And if you look here, my lemon balm has some flowers on it. But it's also got rust looking stuff. And if you look down here, let's see if I can get to them. I can see them from the other side. Aha, here we go. I have some flowers. All the same color ones so far. And none of those have any yet. My dahlia's still going. My primroses got sunburnt. I'm going to take the dead leaves off and see what happens. The petunia did just fine with the heat, and so did my, I can't remember the name of it at the moment. My brain just went dead. But anyway, that's still doing good. The pink version down there is doing good as well. My beans, almost all of them on this side, are at least halfway up the trellis, if not completely up. And this side is only halfway up. My amaranth is doing great. I've been eating off of this and you can't even tell. And if you look at my Sweet 100s down here, I have, that didn't come off with the stem. I have ripe ones. My first ones. And I used to have walking onion in this bed. And look, some of it stayed. And it's coming out the side of the boards. So, I actually think these are quite pretty when they bloom. And they're getting there. And this bed, I finally have one flower in it. Isn't that pretty? I'm not sure if that's the bulb that Margot got me or one of the ones I picked. I think it's the one Margot got me. So if you're seeing this, Margot, pretty sure that's the one you got me. And I think my broccoli is just like completely done. And the potatoes starting to die off. And look at here, my radishes went to seed before they even formed a bulb because of the heat. So we'll be eating the radish things instead, the pods. Ah, borage is insisting on staying there. I took out a bunch of that. Ooh, look what the sun did to my dahlia. That's not good. Strawberries doing great. Look at all these runners. I think I'm going to have to cut some of those off. These babies aren't doing so hot. The beans are doing great. And if you look, my cucumbers and stuff are coming, and my Rubicante and Kakuzi are doing great. And one of my loofahs has made it to the trellis and started climbing. Oh, this bean actually needs brought up. It's actually laying over. I'll do that after I get off here. If you look, that pepper was damaged from the heat. The other one's still fine. This guy has got way up here now. And these beans are supposed to be bush beans, but he looks like he's trying to climb the sunflower. So I don't know. These beans over here aren't doing as good as the ones over there where they get more sun. My tomatoes are doing pretty good. I got lots of tomatoes on these, on the early girl ones. This bunch here is pretty small still, but look at that. Those are actually determinants, and they got tons of flowers. And these guys are doing pretty good. Oh, I need to come through here and get my suckers. I did a little bit of that yesterday, but it was too hot. There's some tomatoes right here. There's some down there. So I'm starting to get tomatoes. My marigold looks very crowded, but still looking beautiful. And these guys are doing great over here. And if you look over here, this one has tons of blueberries on it. But the heat kind of did a number on them. Oh, that one's got a ripe one. I picked a whole bowl of these the other day, and I already got ripe ones all over again. My crazy spearmint that insists on staying in this bed. Justin riding his bike. Yeah, see, it's all over in this bed. And Morning Glory's in this bed too. Morning Glories and Mint are insisting on staying in my blueberry bed. Look at all those ripe ones. I'm gonna have to come out here and pick blueberries. My lavender's doing good, even though it's getting buried underneath the Brussels sprouts and the sunflowers. That actually probably protected it for doing that hot spell. Look at that. We're gonna have flowers over here before long. And my cilantro has become coriander. They're not ready to harvest yet, but they're getting there. My leaves are starting to get big enough that I had fruit on another one that big last year, so something was eating this. My collards. Doing a real number on it. And let's see if I can find Mr. Spider. I don't know where Mr. Spider went, but he's been eating them, eating the bugs. My cherry tomatoes, this is the Chadwick ones. And they're getting pretty tall. Some of my lettuces are coming up right here. And I actually didn't do bad with that heat, which is surprising. I forgot which ones I planted here, but they were supposed to be a little heat tolerant. And I think the beans shaded them some. And my watermelons are doing good. They're running down off the bed. My rhubarb's getting pretty big. And these sunflowers are. These two here and one of the ones down there came with that great big huge one. My chrysanthemums look like they're done. They were last year's harvest, so it doesn't surprise me. And same with the calendula. The kale's doing great. I actually need to harvest more of that. And I still haven't moved my onions. I plan on it though. Over here, the carrots went to seed. I think it's just 1 or 2 carrots. And I planted these and they never came up. And then they came up this year. Aren't they pretty? The mint, that small patch of chocolate mint, has pretty much taken over that bed. And the carrot seeds that I planted in there, I don't think they have a chance. My spearmint that I put over here is going nuts. I need to harvest some of it. My comfrey is going nuts as well. In fact, if you look, the borage is still trying. It's hanging out down underneath the comfrey. It's not having much luck over there. And this bed, the beans that I transplanted are still alive, most of them. They're not looking so healthy, but lesson learned, don't transplant your beans. And I moved all of the volunteers along that trellis right there of the tomatoes, and since then have gotten more volunteers. But if you look, was it this plant? Nope, it wasn't that one. It was this one. I think it's Diane though. But there's another volunteer tomato, and 1 there, and 3 there. There's a lot of weeds in this section. I keep seeing beautiful flowers on here. Oh, looky here. That's my butternuts. As a baby. comes a zucchini. And these guys, I haven't even seen flowers on them yet, so. And there's another tomato. And there's another one over here. And one right there. I actually counted my tomato plants and came up with 95 of them. My sand cherry, we moved it from my mom's to here. It's been about a month and doesn't look like it's going to come back. We'll see. I'll give it until next season, maybe. But anyway, compost area still looks the same. Greenhouse still looks the same. This one right here and this one right here are ones that I bought. They're cherry tomatoes. If you look, that one's got some right there. But that is the garden tour. Oh, what's this? I haven't even seen this yet. Look at that. That is coming out of the wildflower seeds that I planted last year. So this bed I actually need to clean up. It's got garlic that needs to be harvested. I think the kale's the only thing that's still doing semi-good, and it's got bugs eating it. Gotta love bugs. The chrysanthemum, even though it's dying, is still putting out flowers. So I might leave it for a while longer. Or just clean out the ones that are actually dead. Because there's more than one plant there. And of course, clean out all my things going to seed. It was so hot I did not get out here at all. Which is probably part of the reason that I was looking sad. I did water like at night so that it would not completely kill over. Oh yeah, there's a volunteer tomato there as well. I forgot to mention that one. But that's the garden tour for today. Oh, that's weird. I've never seen the stem get that thick on my cucumbers. Interesting. Anyway, have a great day.